Good. I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't believe I have to do that. I am so tired. This is really, really hard to do. Turning on a
Opie
camera.
baby tired?
Oh, I'm so tired. This is exhausting. I literally got to roll out of bed, come upstairs, turn this on, and do an hour every day. I'm so tired. I'm so tired I had to take yesterday off, Ron. Do you understand? This is hard work to get up. Don't even have to go into the city. Roll out of bed. I barely have to shower. If I don't feel like showering, I put a hat on and come up here. Everything's set up, and all I have to do is hit live and just talk to the people for an hour. This is so exhausting that I had to take yesterday off. And I'm so sorry to the people that count on me and depend on me to be in front of their faces every day. But this is so exhausting. I had to take a day to myself. So I beg you, please accept my apology. Thank you. Hi, Ronnie babes.
Can't you just do the show from the bed? Why make the trip? Can't you just in the bed?
That's not a bad idea because this is so hard to do. This is so hard.
You could be like Marlon Brando. He would do later on. He got so fat he just did interviews in bed.
The death of Howard Stern. That's what I'm mocking, and we'll get into that in a second or two. But one day a week. Oh my. Wait
a minute. One day a week is reserved for Tony.
Well, sure. He's on Tony P's schedule now. Howard Stern is now on Tony P's schedule. One day a week, Howie. Oh my God.
Are you trying to tell me Howard Stern is so successful and so powerful?
Oh, so powerful.
He only has to do one day a week.
Oh, well, I'm going to get into it in a minute.
Like a Theo Vaughn or
like a Theo Vaughn and a Joe Rogan. You got
just one day a week.
Put Bill Burr in there, a little of Opie and Anthony. Howard's all of those people. Oh, what a joke this.
You know what? You know what I'm going to. By the way, I don't know if I had the book. I may reread it now.
Yeah.
I have private parts.
You have the private parts. The private parts.
I have it.
The Private Parts was a good book, a good movie.
You saw the movie?
And then he decided to call himself the king of all media. And he came up with his own nickname. And then he did nothing after that and kept the title king of all media. And now he's the king of obsolete. Obsolete. If you're going to rant, you got to get the words right. You got to get the words right. I was going to say the king of all obsolete media. Thank you. I set my alarm for 5 o'clock as a fail safe. I'm always up before 5. Always. Good for you, Ron. I deserve after all these years to set my alarm to 5. Are you okay with that? I deserve it.
Opie, if you play your cards right, maybe you only have to get up at 5 o'clock once a week, like Howie boy.
Oh my God, like Howard. You know, Howard
making hundreds of millions.
Howard does his show relatively close to where I am right now. And he does basically the same thing I do. He rolls out of bed and rolls into a studio that is set up for him.
Well, hold on. He's not doing it in New York City at Sirius XM?
Oh, that's too much for him, Ron.
Because he's in a studio. I mean, obviously he's in a studio.
Too much for him, Ron. He drives in once every 3 months to say hi to everybody and allow people to have a connection and contact with the Lord Jesus Christ.
How? So you're trying to tell me he has a pro-style professional studio in his mansion?
Yes. He's got a house that's probably bigger than the Ritz-Carlton out here. And all he has to do is roll out of bed and roll into a studio. It's all set up. It's state-of-the-art. It's not a stupid ring light that makes you look stupid like me. It's not a MacBook staring at the ocean. Oh, my. It's state-of-the-art. And it's gotten to the point that him rolling out of bed and walking into a studio, it's too much, Ron. It's too much for the guy.
He's a superstar. He's a superstar.
Oh, me and Anthony and I, Opie and me, whatever you want to call us, Dopey and Opie. We tried to tell you fuckers years ago, this guy is a prick. He's dishonest. He's not the guy you thought he was. He was playing a part. He ain't the common man.
I have a question, Opie. How much bigger is his house than yours?
You ever see a she shed?
Would your house be like the boathouse?
Have you ever seen a she shed in the backyard?
Is it?
Yeah, you know when the women need a little space for themselves and they build a little she shed in the yard.
Oh, a she shed. Okay.
They call them she sheds.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, the men have the man cave. The women have the she shed.
Right. It's their version of a man cave. Right.
Mine would be a she shed in his yard. In his yard, right?
Interesting.
Oh, you're just jealous. Yep. Yes,
wait a minute, Opie. Hold on. I'm confused. Howard Stern goes 1 day a week and lives in a mansion. Yeah. And you go 5 days a week.
Well, I had to take yesterday off, Ronnie.
You had to take yesterday. I
was so tired from doing this. This is really hard to do day in and day out. So I had to take a day. And I was guilty. I felt guilty all day.
So what'd you do? Like you had a recovery day? Did you? Did you do the bells?
I didn't do the gong thing.
Yeah, you did the gong
thing yet this summer.
No gong?
We haven't done the gong thing yet. But and Howard, don't do a show today. It's too smoky. It's too smoky, Howard. Don't. Oh, that's right. You take the whole summer off, and then when you come back in the fall, you're going down to one show a week.
So what does that mean? Like the technician and Robin, they all come to his house in the morning?
No one comes to his house. That's what we got in common. No one comes to our houses. No one. Sorry, Ron. You'll get the invite.
Well, he doesn't do the show by himself.
No, it's all like this. He does this.
He's got to be. Someone has to be helping him.
He does this. He pops in on his video camera, and all the other people have to schlub it to the city. But anyway, Ron. Yeah, it's really the smoke is crazy. The flies were crazy yesterday. My day off was wonderful. I apologize to the people because I need to be here for them, Ron. You realize when you do this on a regular basis, people count on you. They count on you. You can't be taking a ton of days off. Do you understand, Ron?
Well, you know what happens when you take time off? You have to throw on old content. Dude, that's what, I couldn't figure it out. Yeah. But I'm seeing, because we say the word Howard Stern, your phone listens. So it's not showing you Howard Stern stuff.
Oh my God. Thank God. Because then I could copy more stuff off him.
Nothing news coming out.
He's the only one that knew how to do this, and the rest of us just copied him.
So all they're doing now is showing old content.
Right.
And the only thing I see was there's like these two severely handicapped guys both trying to spell the word red. And it's essentially like he's making fun of them.
All right. Well,
is that ringing a bell, like that type of stuff?
I did not listen to Howard that much. I did my own thing.
He's showing content of two severely handicapped, mentally challenged people trying to spell the word red, and him and Robin are laughing at him.
I can't make fun of that. I did horrible things on the radio. What are you doing, Ron? But anyway, Ron, the Howard Stern thing that we've been kind of teasing a little bit here and there. He's a phony. He's not the guy you thought he was. He was always playing a part. And then when he became insanely famous and made a lot of money, he was finally able to show the people who he really is. It couldn't be more obvious. The guy, the guy, his career speaks for itself. He's one of the best. He's not the best. He's one of the best that has ever done this. He'll tell you he's the best, of course. He'll tell you, and everyone that works for him has to tell him, "Oh, Howard, you're the greatest. You should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame."
He's the king of media. What do you mean?
He's the king of obsolete media. See, I got it right that time.
There it is. Now, take two.
Because he had a stutter. He was so famous, he was able to write books that were insanely popular. Then in one of the books, they turned into a movie. And then he did nothing after that. Nothing. He couldn't keep the king of all media thing going. He kept the radio show going. He was great at that, but he wasn't great at making movies. The books fell off. He didn't embrace new media at all. His show is insanely antiquated with a giant staff. And now, the news came out yesterday that Howard, it wasn't enough that he takes the whole summer off. You can't take that much time off if you're trying to build a new audience. You just can't do it. His numbers have been dropping for years because he's not satisfying his audience. And he takes the whole summer off. I remember when I was a big radio star, Ron, I went to the company. I'm like, you know what? I started hanging out here because I love the beach. I grew up on the beach and I got a house out here. And I was like, you know what? Can I take Fridays off? Oh, it was such a big fucking deal. You can't take Fridays off. And I sort of worked it out with them where I took a lot of Fridays off here and there. But I felt guilty that I was taking Fridays off. This guy takes the whole summer off, and that's not good enough. He comes back in the fall, and his new schedule is going to be one show a week. He's going to work 50. No, he doesn't even work 52 weeks a year. One show a week with a ton of time off in between. He might do 30 shows next year. 30.
You know, the expression in Boston is work smarter, not harder.
Right. So,
and he did go to school in Boston.
So he decides, oh, this is too much for me, meaning him. I gotta knock it down to one show a week. Get me on a Zoom call. I'm gonna fire all these loyal people
on a Zoom call, not face to face.
On a Zoom call. I can't be bothered to be face to face with these guys that gave their blood and sweat for years. He had staff members, Ron, for real. I said this on Twitter, that would literally blank for him. You can't really use the word, but literally would blank for him. Meaning the K word with the I, and there's a couple L's.
Another one, you can say it a different way, would take a for him.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You can say it another way.
Well, yeah, I guess that's an expression. We don't actually mean they would do, but they would do pretty much anything for this guy. Anything. I've listened enough to hear the loyalty in his staff. I've listened enough to hear how hard they work. I've listened long enough to know that these guys don't even have places to really live in New York City, so they sleep on couches outside the city. They come in and they bust their balls for this guy year after year after year.
Are they getting paid? I mean, they're getting paid.
They do all right. Yeah. But none of them, were getting really rich off
right.
Howard Stern show. And then this guy, he can't be bothered to drive into the city, have a meeting, look them in the eye and go, look, this is what I'm doing now. Right. I really want to thank you for your years of service. Your severance package is going to be so insane that you won't even have to worry about getting a job for a year or two, blah, 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 because he has the money to do it. This is my point. And then instead, he's like, get him on Zoom. Fires everybody. He fired a whole bunch of people yesterday.
He fired like it literally, what's a dozen, 12?
He might not have even, you know what? People are saying it was over Zoom. He might not have even been on the Zoom call, if you want to know the truth. I don't know. Right. I wasn't there. There's a very good possibility that he wasn't even on the Zoom call when these people found out they were getting fired. Like and then they were escorted out of the building immediately.
Right. So, listen, when you say, hey, he's fired a dozen people, he literally fired 12 people, not like people that were being replaced by AI. These were the people that were like the core of running the show.
Hardcore guys.
Huh?
Hardcore guys that work there.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Hardcore. Like, it's not like this deserved a face-to-face. And I read the severance packages will be based on your role and what you attributed to the show. Like, what's he, judge and jury now?
Look. He's garbage. Oh, and this drives the Howard Stern fans nuts, but he's garbage. And he used all of you. He used all of you. And Sirius used all of you. Because when Howard signed this new contract late last year, he knew this is the direction they were going in. But Sirius fucking grabbed all your money. All your money. You upped your subscriptions to SiriusXM because Howard's coming back, bitches, for another 3 years. So they waited a few months. You're paying month after month, and then they hit you between the eyes that the guy's going to barely be working moving forward.
And I like how Howard was like, I'm not going to come back and blah, blah, blah. And, like they wooed me back with this big contract. That was all drama. That was all.
No, it's ego.
That was all theater.
It's ego driven. But my point is, he couldn't be bothered to go into the city. Oh my God! Go in the city. Get in a limo. Maybe even a helicopter, and go all the way to New York. So I face these people. What's the word I want to use here? I'm trying to be nice. Because they're wonderful people. Very
these simpletons. These
all right, let's go with simpletons.
These simpletons.
Yes. So I would bet money he wasn't even on the Zoom call. And then he got rid of these guys, which he has every right to do, by the way. Excuse me. But he was in cahoots with SiriusXM because SiriusXM paid him a big number. And Sirius is like, yeah, but you're going to go down to one show a week. We can't tell the people that. So Howard probably said, all right, the first few months of the contract, we'll make believe everything is, dandy. And then we'll hit him. We'll hit him in the middle of summer. We'll hit him. But the point is, I don't know what he wants for his legacy. I don't know what he wants moving forward, but you're telling the world that, excuse me, this is really hard to do. This is not hard to do. It's not hard. This is so fucking easy to do. To turn on a camera and just babble for an hour. It's easy. And they already set him up nice. State-of-the-art studio in a giant mansion way out east on Long Island. He didn't even have to fucking shower. He probably just threw on his stupid goofy wig that is also antiquated, by the way. And all he had to do was talk into a camera. How hard is this?
He goes from the bedroom where he's sleeping right beside Beth, and there are 27 fucking cats just in that room alone. Maybe she wakes him up with a little tickle pickle, get the juices flowing for the big show.
Right. Well, here comes Ron. Jealous much? Oh, yes, I am, Dan. Oh, yes, I am. 100%. Ronnie, why don't you tell the people how much money Howard makes every minute he's on the air.
I was just going to say.
And then, Dan, you're going to hear the jealousy.
Hold on. I was just going to say, you want to hear and feel and see jealous?
Yeah.
Let me throw these numbers at you.
Go ahead.
The guy who's going down one day a week is getting paid $100 million. $100 million.
Yeah.
Howard Stern makes 333. How do you say the number? 333 with 3 zeros. $333,000 an episode. An episode. He's making more than $250,000 per episode. Do you understand that?
What?
Howard Stern makes.
Wait, does he make that every day? Like right now, he's not working because this is too much for him. It's too much. So when he's not working, is he making that much a day?
It says per episode. I think this was when he was doing more than one.
And here's the jealousy, Ron. Hold on. I know you're going to jump in.
That's one episode.
Here's the jealousy. Because Dan goes, you're jealous. Yes, I'm jealous. Of course I am. I took yesterday off. And then I almost turned this on because I'm thinking to myself, oh, my God, I could maybe grab $50 today. I'm going to lose out on $50. Of course I'm jealous, Dan, you idiot.
Howard Stern uses $50 to light the fireplace. Honey, Beth, give me one of those 50 so I can light the fireplace.
1821. $5. Thank you. I'm going to grab that $5. Thank you. Thank you.
You need it.
Thank you. And then when YouTube takes their 30% and then I split the rest with Ronnie, we're going to be rolling in the dough. So thanks for your $5. Opie can be jealous and still spiteful at the company that looked over O&A constantly. Sirius treated O&A like garbage and they were better. 100%. Because Howard was in their ear all the time. And if you don't think Howard Stern runs Sirius XM, you're out of your fucking mind. 100%. That's where the jealousy comes from. Howard hated that we had success over there, did everything in his power to knock us down. 100%. But you know what, Howard?
But he did it. He got you fired.
Yeah, but it's better to burn out than fade away, Howard. You're just fading away. Oh, fading away.
I'll fade away with $100 million.
I'm fading. Yeah, but here's the deal with the severance packages that you mentioned, Ron.
Yeah.
More details will absolutely come out. If he's not giving these guys $1 million each, he's a piece of shit. And I'll tell you why. The guy's I think he's about 75 at this point. 75 years old. He has more money than he'll ever spend. He has more money than his kids will ever spend. He has more money than his grandkids will ever spend. So if he's giving them some lame-ass severance package, he could go fuck himself.
I mean, this guy's...
He could easily give them all $1 million. Let's say it's 12 guys that were let go yesterday. $12 million.
Nothing.
That's nothing.
No, but Howard Stern has massive contracts for decades. Right. He made a lot of money on the book and movies. Is Howard Stern a billionaire?
He's pushing a billionaire. Sure.
I mean, he's got to be that rich. I mean, yeah, that's a lot.
Here's my point. You know, because I do try to throw some logic at this. It's so easy to beat him up today because I have stories for days, and we could get into some of the old stories of what he did to Opie and Anthony back in the day. stories for fucking days, starting with where we weren't even allowed to mention his name on the radio. It drove him nuts that we weren't even allowed to mention his name. He's garbage. But with that said, he has every right to do whatever he wants to do with his career, of course. But the thing that bothers me today is the fact that Sirius XM and Howard Stern screwed over the Howard Stern audience. They knew Howard was going to go down to one show a week. No one wants one show a week if you're into a show. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke.
How do you keep people?
He fades away. That's what happens. That's why the title of this episode is the death of the Howard Stern show. It's over, Johnny.
What is that from? I hear everyone say it's over, Johnny. What fucking movie is that from? They say it at work all the time.
It's never over.
It's over, Johnny. It's over. What? Everyone at work says that. What's that from?
Sylvester Stallone is your hint. Rambo. You got it, Ryan. Look at you.
It's over, Johnny. It's
over, Johnny. It's never over, or whatever. I don't know. All right, listen. Oh my God, I don't like the Rambo guy there. I can work on my Rambo.
Your impressions.
Thank you, bro. I'm the king of impressions. I took a backseat to Anthony's impressions, but I was always the one that knew how to do impressions. But I'm like, you do the impressions.
You're like Paul Reiser. No, wait a minute. Paul Reiser doesn't do impressions.
Wait, is it First Blood?
I don't know, but everyone says it's over, Johnny.
They drew First Blood. They drew First Blood. That's my Rambo. It's over, Johnny. It's never over. I do crying Sylvester. No one does crying Sylvester. It's over, Johnny.
You cornered the market on that.
Yeah. Crying Rambo. That's what I do. Crying Sylvester Stallone Rambo. It's over, Johnny.
How are you not getting $100 million contract?
Thank you, Ron. And then I would give you at least $1 million. I would give you $1 million house if I was making $100.
Just to let you know, just to rub it in a little more.
Yeah.
Howard Stern's current $100 million contract, and I'll say it again, there's more numbers.
Yeah.
Breaks down to $333,000 per episode, or this is real. This is when you're making money. This is when you're making so much money you don't know how much money you have.
Right.
Howard Stern's current contract breaks down to that he's making $8,333 every minute he's on air.
That's crazy.
Howard Stern, I'm gonna say it again, dude. That's just fucking insane. And this is real. Howard Stern is making $8,333 every minute he's on air because that's the contract he negotiated.
Well,
Howard Stern won.
Yeah, of course he did. Of course. But my point is it's off the backs of his listeners. They're paying their hard-earned money to stay with Howard Stern and Sirius XM. Sirius XM knew that Howard was going to go down to this insanely ridiculous schedule.
How much is a prescription to listen to Howard?
I mean, they give it away at this point. All you have to say is like when they call you and go, "Hey, it's time for renewal." You go, "I'll pay 50 cents a month." They'll take it. They'll fucking take it. Trust me. But anyway, but the point is, Howard's telling the world that he doesn't have a passion to do this anymore. Ron, I make no money. We make no money. You know that. We don't have fame. We don't have a huge audience. But you know what, Ron? I have the passion to do this. I love doing this still. I love doing it with you, Ron. I'll break character. I love doing these with you. We have a lot of fun every morning. But listen to me. My point is this. He don't like doing this anymore. He lost the passion a long fucking time ago because it is so easy to turn this on from a giant mansion in the Hamptons and babble for an hour. He's talented enough to babble for an hour. He honestly, he doesn't need the staff. If he just talks about his life with Robin, it's interesting stuff. I'll give it to him. He lost a passion to do this.
Right, I understand that. Didn't Howard Stern also make a tactical error? Because a big portion of his audience, just like O&A's was, is sort of like that Republican MAGA crowd, and he turned anti-MAGA, and he lost. I think he lost millions of viewers. Is that true?
Well, he lost. Look. It's weird because Howard,
he went anti-MAGA and he lost a big percentage of his audience.
In recent years, I became a sort of listener of Howard because there's literally nothing on. If I can't find Ron Bennington, I don't know what else I would listen to. So
Amy Poehler.
Oh my God! No one's talking.
I heard it's good.
They gave her an Emmy, and no one has heard from her since. But the Howard news is wild. It is really wild. And the headline is here. the headline here is that he lost the passion to do this. It couldn't be more obvious because this is so much fun and so easy to do. He has every right to reduce his staff and all that, but to go down to one show a week, that just tells everybody I don't want to do this anymore. That's what it's telling the world, because you can't even podcast once a week. That's a podcast schedule. But even the people doing once a week are realizing that's not good enough to satisfy the audience. We got to do more than one a week.
The problem with doing once a week is you can't be topical. And that's what people want to hear and talk about. What the fuck's happening right now? You can't do that once a week. Yes or no?
Yeah, 100%. Right. And then the other headline here is he has every right to reduce his staff. Of course he does. But those guys, I know enough to know that those guys were insanely loyal, worked their balls off, slept on couches because their real homes were further away. So they would crash on another producer's couch because they had things to do. They busted their balls. They didn't get paid great. They got paid well, but now that they got let go on a Zoom call that I would assume Howard wasn't even part of.
They say it was.
The severance better be insane for those guys because you personally don't need the money and you just fucked them over. You fucked them over bad because they didn't see this coming. They were all excited when you signed the new contract, but you were in cahoots with Sirius going, holy shit, we can't tell everybody you're only going to do one show a week. So sign the contract, make believe things are completely fine. Status quo, and then we'll hit him in the middle of the summer that when you come back, you're only doing one show a week. He takes the whole summer off, dude. It's crazy. I took one day off. I felt insanely guilty yesterday. I'm like, why do you have to take a day? Even Tony called me you know what? The F word. Don't say the F word.
Did he say be a man?
Tony goes,
be a man, do a show?
Tony goes, be a man. Yes. No, but Tony goes, are we doing a show tomorrow? I go, I kind of need a day. And then he quickly called me the F word because he knows how easy this is. Anyway, that's the big Howard Stern news. I think we covered it. I mean, what he did for radio goes without saying. I was entertained from time to time. Sure, of course I was. I just didn't like his bullshit that anyone else that was doing radio, hold on, Ron, this is the rant everybody's waiting for, you son of a bitch. But no, because I'm talking for everybody that has ever done an edgy shock jock radio show that's a little different. Howard had the whole world believing he was the only one that could do this, and anyone else that was doing this was copying him, listening to him, writing notes, and it simply wasn't fucking true. He wasn't even one of my influences to do this. My influence comes from Brother Weeze up there in Rochester, who's still doing it, and he's going to turn 80 in a couple months.
How long was Howard Stern on air before you actually got established? So you were listening to Howard Stern before you actually became a professional disc jockey?
What part of I didn't listen to Howard that much did you not hear?
How long was Howard Stern on air before you went on air?
I mean, he's a good, I would say he's about 15 years older than me. So figure it out. So when I was doing like college radio, he was already well established.
Okay. That's what I want to know. So
and one of the reasons why I did not listen to Howard was because I wasn't in the area. I was doing it myself in Western New York and all these other places before he was syndicated to those markets. But this twat, this seed, this prick.
Well, you're worked up.
Yeah, I am, because I'm talking for a lot of guys that worked really hard on their radio shows. I'm talking for Tom Likas. I'm talking for Don and Mike. I'm talking for Brother Weeze. I'm talking for Bubba the Love Sponge. I'm talking for Man Cow. I don't want to talk for Man Cow. But the reality is that this stupid Howard Stern, anyone that was doing radio was copying him. And it was such bullshit. Thank you. I'm done, Ron. Mic drop.
So you're trying to tell me Howard Stern had no influence on you when you went into the business? Because
no, not really. I knew of him. I heard him from time to time. Was there times when I was driving all the way back to Geneseo or Rochester or Buffalo? Because I spent, 6 years in college, 9. I spent 12 years up there. Most of my 12 years up there when I was busting my balls trying to get my career going, Howard wasn't in the area.
Right.
Did I listen to him when I jumped in my Honda Accord hatchback when I left Long Island to drive all the way back up? Yeah, I checked them out, but you could never consider me a regular listener. God,
yeah. That's not the point. I'm just saying, when you like, what did you think back then? Where you're like, man, this guy's good, or like,
obviously he's great.
Yeah.
He was great. And obviously, Ron, because I do listen from time to time now, because for the simple reason there's literally nothing to listen to. Nothing. SiriusXM has 1 million channels. There's nothing to listen to except for Bennington. I'll always search out Bennington, always. But besides that, there's nothing. It's a wasteland. Turn off the lights and save the fucking electricity.
All right, I have a question.
Name one show on Sirius besides Bennington. That's good. Please.
Wait a minute. I thought didn't SiriusXM just sign a bunch of podcasters?
I don't know.
Or was that Netflix?
Well, Netflix has a whole podcasting section.
Okay.
Tell me about your new movie. I hear you got a new movie coming out. Oh, let's break down the process of writing a new joke. Yawn. So that
I have a question.
Yeah. Yes.
Howard Stern's going down to 1 day a week.
Yeah.
That means there's 4 other days slotted open, maybe for the O and Ronnie, the O and R show.
The only
chance we slip back in.
The only chance we got, Ron, the entire, not just 1 or 2 guys, the entire upper management would have to leave SiriusXM, and then I'm going to get a call. Then I'm going to get a call from somebody, and they're going to go, "Everyone's gone. Come on back."
Is it that bad? Jesus.
Yeah, because I went after Howard. Yeah.
You burned a lot of bridges then.
No, one main bridge. They don't give a shit if you rant and rave in general. They don't care because they know this is good radio. Our number is huge today, Ron, because I'm ranting and raving. This is the good shit. My point is, the one thing they did not want you to talk about, I couldn't help myself. And that was Howard Stern, because he's a phony, he's a hypocrite, and he did a lot of crappy things behind the scenes when me and Anthony were coming up. And I never forgot. So if you want to call it jealousy, so be it. And I wouldn't leave him alone. And they told me, leave him alone. And I would try to leave him alone. And then I couldn't leave him alone. Couldn't. I got a video that's on fire right now. It's Artie Lang. He came on for about an hour. Just destroys Howard Stern. Destroys him.
Who does?
Artie Lang, who works for Howard Stern. And company was so mad that Artie was on my show doing that. I'm like, it was great fucking radio. It was great radio. Oh, they were pissed. Pissed. And my thing was always like, this is no offense, Ron. This is more like a hobby. I love doing this. And if it takes off, I'm more than willing to go with it. But back then it was a serious fucking show in a serious business. And my point was, when people came after us, all right, we'll take it. We never fucking shut anybody up. Oh, we'll give it right back to him. Howard could not give it back to Opie and Anthony. We drove him nuts. And so instead of trying to fight his own battle and going toe-to-toe with us, he was sneaky behind the scenes. I have 1 million stories, and most of them have been told, and we can pepper them in again moving forward, no problem. But the amount of times we would get pulled into offices literally by our ears and yelled at. Could you just leave him alone? Could you just not say his name? I'm like, oh, ew.
You're telling me at some point, maybe in the beginning, did you guys ever socialize?
No,
never.
I started seeing him at the end of my run at SiriusXM, and then I decided, you know what? It's been many years of weirdness and some bad blood. I started saying hi to him in the hallway, and the story goes, it's the God's honest truth. I had a security guard guy back then, Club Soda Kenny, and we walked by Howard in the hallway. I said, good morning. And all of a sudden, after I passed Howard Stern, after I said good morning, Club Soda Kenny is giggling like a schoolgirl. And Kenny is a monster. He's a 6'5", 6'6" monster. He's an old cop that gave people fucking wood shampoos. This guy is a tough guy, never shows emotion, never shows empathy for anything. He's giggling like this. He's laughing, right? I go, Kenny, what's going on? He goes, he is so mad. Howard was so mad that I said good morning to him. And
he hates you.
And then behind the scenes, I said, all right, you know what? I don't need anything from the guy at the time, especially I had a good life and I was making plenty of money. I didn't need more money. I didn't need more fame. But I went to the company. I'm like, look, I'm more than willing to sit down with this guy. And you know what they said? But you want to do what? But you want to, what? They were out of their minds that I even suggested that, because Howard runs the place. That's why he got away with this insane contract where he's going to come back and do 1 show a week, because he runs the place.
How does that severed package work? Like lawyers get involved? Because, like if he doesn't give enough money, can you take legal action? How does that fucking work?
Look, you know what? He might have did the right thing. He might have gave him an amazing severance package. But if it's not something like literally $1 million per guy, then he's garbage because he doesn't need the money. And he knows he just fucked over this crew that gave their blood and sweat for him.
The severance package hasn't come out yet because he said he's determining how much per person based on their role and whatever. And
hold on. 88 user -14. Dude, it's been 20 years. Let it go.
Let it go.
Dude, it's a huge story today. Do I pepper in some Howard stuff here and there? Of course I do, because it's entertaining. But this is a massive story that everyone's talking about. So guess what, 88 user -14? I'm not going to let it go today. I hope you're okay with that.
Yeah. -14.
So anyway, that's that's
the
about
king
it.
of media is semi-retiring, I guess.
It's so funny because when we were at NEW and we had a huge fucking show, huge following, and we'd make fun of Howard because Anthony did I wouldn't say a spot on impression of Howard, but he did a cartoonish version of Howard Stern that was really funny. I would say it that way. And we were talking about how this guy that used to be the everyday man is now, flying out to the Hamptons. We had a whole character, Hamptons Howie and all this. And it was just funny radio. Funny. That's what we thought at the time. This is just funny for our audience, right? He fucking lost his mind. And he's a guy that would go on the radio and he was a tough guy, like Michael Rappaport. He was tough. You were scared of Howard if he went after you tough. But know what he did? He went behind the scenes and forced us to not talk about him. And then on the air, he made believe everything was fine. That's why it drives me nuts.
Hold on, wait a minute. Did he ever attack you and Anthony when he was on air?
Not a little jabs, but he never really went in with us like he did everybody else at every other radio show. He knew we would crush him in that regard. We were nasty. We were nasty, Ron. So he did the next best thing. He would call the bosses and then they would call us and drag us in and go, "You can't mention Howard Stern's name anymore." I'm like, "Wait, we're doing a radio show in New York and we can't mention Howard Stern?" He didn't tell his audience that. So then we came up with all sorts of nicknames for the guy. And then they start checking off the nicknames and go, "Okay, now you can't say Hamptons Howie, you can't say Wigman, you can't say Big Bird." I'm making these up now because I don't remember exactly. You can't say, and then we would get a list of names that we had for him because we couldn't say Howard Stern that we weren't allowed to say.
You sound like a fucking nightmare to the executives. You sound like a nightmare.
Yeah,
you are a massive headache.
Yeah. 100%. But you know what? We got the job done. That's why. Because I knew what this could be. They were in our way constantly. In our way. So now what they got in return is just a bunch of who gives a shit shows over there. No one gives a shit about the Sirius XM shows.
The Birdman, I like that one.
They neutered everyone over there. But Bennington always had his own lane, so he's still doing it, obviously. He's better than everybody, and he's fighting stage 4 colon cancer.
But making Shane Gillis cry.
And the rest of the shit you got over there stinks. And now you got a guy that the whole company depends on Howard Stern, and you allowed him to go down once a week.
Hey, wait a minute.
Tell him to go fucking leave.
Hey, hold on. I'm being serious for a second. Why don't you do Ron's show? You guys are friends.
Maybe.
No, but I'm seeing
maybe.
Why not?
All right. I don't think about it.
No, but I'm saying, think about it now.
If Ron would have me, great. I would do it.
I don't reach out to him.
I'm not reaching out and go, "Okay, can I do your cancer show?" What are you, nuts, Ron?
Show. Is that what it's called?
You can't just go, "Hey, Ron, I see you're doing a cancer show."
No. Hey, Ron.
As you live out the last few months of your life, can I do your cancer show?
No, you say it like this. You invite him on this show. No. And he'll go, "Oh, I'm too tired." "Oh, then I'll come on yours." You see how it works?
No, I leave Ron alone. If it happens, it happens, but I leave Ron alone.
So
okay?
I'm your Ron? I'm your Ronnie?
Yeah, you're the wrong Ron, but you are Ron. I do a show. I do a show with an Anthony and a Ron. But it's not that, Anthony, and it's not that, Ron.
Ta-da! It's fucking bizarro world.
But I ain't gonna say, hey, can I do your cancer show? No, that's stupid. No one.
I don't think that's the title.
Up and going, and these comedians, they're desperate. Oh, these guys, they salivate.
I don't think that's the name of the show. I think it's called Terminally Ill.
When they see an opportunity, these comedians salivate, and even these comedians aren't calling Ron and going, hey, can I do your cancer show?
It's not called Cancer Show. It's called Terminally Ill.
It's called the Portcast, and it's insanely amazing. It's insanely amazing. The courage that Ron Bennington's showing. I couldn't do it. None of us could do it. As he's getting chemo, he's doing a podcast. Are you kidding me?
Making Shane Gillis cry.
Yeah, because we all know this is not a good situation, Ron. We all know it's not a good situation for Ron Bennington. We're not stupid. All right, I'm sweating like a pig because of this rant.
You're on fire.
Yeah.
No, but dude, you're bright red. That may be from. Do you have the doors open or closed over there? Are you outside?
Honestly, this is too much sun. I usually like lather up, but I didn't lather up the other day. I got a pretty decent sunburn.
That could be the haze.
You're wait, David Fitzgerald /Y1V. You're a hack. David Fitzgerald
David, that's not very nice. At least next time, throw some money.
David, I grew up with a mom just screaming in my ear if I left my sneakers out in my room. Do you think your dumb comment's going to affect me, you idiot?
A little bit.
All right, it hurts a little. All right, it hurts a little. All right, a little. Okay, all right, a little.
A touch. A touch.
Yeah, but it does hurt. I do cry in Stallone. That's my impression. Thank you. All right. You're a legend.
Thank you.
Do you think your comment is of course it is. Thank you, Hacks 91.
Are you talking about me or you?
And look, the jealousy comes from the fact that we've been ranting and raving, right? For an hour. We've had a PayPal thing scrolling across the top screen. We had Venmo Ronnie crawling across the top screen. We made $5 to do this today. So yes, I am jealous.
And by the way, in the same time, Howard Stern would have made over $250,000.
Howard Stern made $250,000 today to tell the world that this is so hard. I gotta go down to one show a week. Just retire at that point. Go enjoy your grandkids and play your stupid guitar. By the way, you suck at guitar.
What grandkids?
Wait, look, can I get into something?
What grandkids?
He's got grandkids now, Ron.
What? He has kids with Beth?
No.
He doesn't have children.
Oh, my God, Ron. I'm doing this with a dummy.
Howard Stern has children? I don't know.
Oh, my God. Of course he has children.
I don't follow Howard Stern. You're the one obsessed with him. You're fucking obsessed with him. I didn't even know he had kids. I thought he was gay.
Everyone knows he has a couple kids from his first marriage. Everyone knows this. And now he's a grandpa. And he's a proud grandpa. And good for him. I've heard some of the rants on his show about being a proud grandpa. He was at a backyard birthday party for one of his grandkids that was turning 1, but it was too sunny out. So know what this idiot did? He goes to Beth. Hey, Beth, could you go to the store and get me some hats? So Beth had to leave the party, right? Oh, I know all about this shit.
Holy shit, you are obsessed.
Beth had to leave the party, right? And she came back, oh, God, not with 1, not with 2, but at least 3, maybe 4 hats for Howard to try on so he wouldn't get too much sun in the backyard party for his grandkid.
Hold on. How do you know this? Is this a reality show?
No, Ron, if you were listening, I said from time to time, I do listen to him because there's literally nothing else to listen to. And I still want to listen to radio or good interesting conversation. And the one thing I will tell the people out there, the reason why our theme song was the good, the bad, and the ugly, I like to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, when Howard Stern is talking about his life with Robin, and not doing all that nonsense, that archaic radio nonsense, he's pretty interesting to listen to, of course. And I heard a rant on him being in a backyard for his grandkid's first birthday party, and he was getting too much sun. This fucking wimp. So he gets his wife to leave the party to go get him fucking hats.
Is this what he's talking about on air?
Yeah, it was kind of interesting, to be honest with you.
Was it?
But you interrupted me. But one of the big storylines is that Howard at I think he's like 75 has picked up the guitar and he fiddles about on his show. And this is all you need to know about his staff. They all have to sit there and go, oh, that's pretty. Oh, wow, that's pretty good, Howard. Oh, wow, you're really good at guitar. And then Eddie Vedder gave him a guitar. I know all this shit. And he's playing the guitar and everyone's like kissing his ass. And I'm like, this sucks. He's not good at guitar. Who's he kidding? But they all sit there like, oh, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm working on something. And he's able to like kind of fumble his way through like 15 seconds of playing the guitar. And everyone just kisses his ass. And then the other thing is like they're trying to get him into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because of his rock interviews. And everyone's like, you really deserve it. He sits there and laps it up. Oh, my God. If any of us got a compliment in the old days, we would just get crushed. But not Howard. They sit there and just kiss his ass. All right. Just give to the kid. Oh, yeah. Thank you, brother. We just made $20 from Grishrack.
I'm the kid.
Grishrack. Thank you.
I'm the kid. Thank you.
Well, I got when they end
I'm the kid.
When they end the news with like after they give you all the horrific shit that has happened in your neighborhood while you slept, right? And then you leave the house feeling like ick. And they're like, people are leaving the house in a really bad mood because of our local news. But then they're like, well, let's give them a fluff piece. I got a fluff piece to end today's show, Ron. Did you hear about the pigeon?
When you said I have a fluff piece, I thought you were going to whip out your ding-a-ling for ratings. Anyways, I'm sorry, what?
Holy shit, this is my new angle. That's a good angle, Ron.
Oh, is that an Opie meme?
That's a good angle right there. This angle,
not look at that.
But
the other side. No, the other side. Yep, that way. Yep.
It shows off the cheekbones and everything.
Jesus Christ.
Now that I'm 62 days into not having processed sugar, very obvious, by the way, because I'm out of my fucking mind, I've lost about 7 pounds, and now the cheekbones are coming back.
Jesus Christ, you're like a young, chiseled Harrison Ford in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Look at you. Look at you.
I got a fluff piece.
Yeah, let me see your fluff.
You got a fire in, where was it? California, I think. This thing went viral. See, people want good stuff.
They want fire?
Well, no, we go online and we beat the shit out of each other all day long. But then when a video like this pops, it goes crazy viral because I think people really need these moments. You had a fire in California, house fire or something like that. I don't know. And then you had a fireman. He goes, oh, look at the pigeon. The pigeon. The pigeon was on the sidewalk, right? Look what this fireman did with the pigeon. This is a real fucking video. This is crazy viral today. Check it out. Check it out. California firefighters give oxygen to pigeon in distress. The firefighters actually giving the pigeon oxygen. He saw that the pigeon was in deep trouble from the smoke inhalation, and he gave him oxygen. And then the thing, this is what they said, but I can't find the longer version of the video. Then the pigeon like started walking and flew away. Like the firefighter decided to save that pigeon's life.
By the way, I heard the rest of that story. Did you hear what happened?
Good.
So that pigeon happened to have a tracker on it.
Yeah.
Guess where that pigeon ended up?
It crashed into a window?
At the Dragon in Phoenix Chinese restaurant. Fucking delicious. Little fucking, Peking duck my ass.
How about you give me my moment? The pigeon got its oxygen and flew away all nice. But what we learned today, what did we learn today, Ron? I'm going to give it to you.
This is what I learned today. This is what I learned.
Yes.
You're not only jealous of Howard Stern,
yep,
but you are like a presidential historian when it comes to Howard Stern and everything about him. You're like when a president dies and on CNN, they bring on the historian and they talk about the significance of that person. When Howard Stern passes away, they're actually going to come to you so you can give your thoughts because you're the leading expert on Howard Stern and the jealousy.
There's jealousy. I spent my whole life studying radio. And here's what I really want to say. Howard came into our life. We didn't come into his life. Me and Anthony had an opportunity when we got fired in Boston. We came back to New York and we started a show that just fucking took off and crushed. And Howard Stern and management in general did everything they could to slow us down. It was fucking crazy. All we want to do is goof on Howard Stern like we goofed on everybody else, but he couldn't take it. And he fought this insane battle behind the scenes that to this day, I'm not completely over, obviously.
Yep.
That's the headline here. So, but I know this shit too. Like soon as I wake up one day and go, this isn't fun anymore, I'm not doing this. This is just fun. And if you make money and get a little fame out of it, that's amazing. But I enjoy the hell out of this still.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You've gone well over an hour ranting and raving about Howard Stern. Does this get back to Howard Stern at all?
Oh, yeah. The old days it did when, we had a bigger audience. Yeah.
Did you hear about this from somebody?
Oh, yeah. He always did.
No, but now.
I don't know.
No, I'm saying you talked about Howard Stern for over an hour.
I'm out of the business, so I don't know. But
you're not really out of the business. You're not out of the business. You're doing this right now.
We're kind of out of the business.
But what I'm saying is, the show you did today, does Howard Stern hear about it?
I don't know, Ron. We got our toes in the business. We're kind of out of the business, even though we have a huge number today. But here's my point.
I'm in the business.
Here's the point. Back in the day, Boy Gary's job was to listen to Opie and Anthony. It was told to me. And so Howard, I don't think, listened on his own, but Boy Gary would report back to him. This is a well-known fact. And then Boy Gary tried to befriend me and Anthony because he was trying to make sure he got the info he needed to go back to Howard. So
you don't think there's somebody in Howard's circle now going, oh, Howard, fucking Opie's at it again?
Probably. I don't know. I'm not going to think about it after I turn this off.
No, I hope it does. And I hope he does comment on it. That's the point.
The difference is I ranted and raved, got a big number. Thank you. Made $25. And I'll turn this off. And then I'll turn this off and know what I'm going to be thinking. Hopefully the Canadian smoke behind me dissipates. It doesn't look like it's going to.
Not today.
Dude, it is so dark out here. The camera's making this way lighter than it is. And then also what I'm going to do today is I'm going to hope that there's not a swarm of flies that are going to attack us on the beach today. And I'm going to enjoy the day with my 2 kids and my wife and my dog and hopefully get in the water. Right. That's what I'm thinking about. But anyway.
Wait a minute. Are you going to take tomorrow off?
Oh, I want to, Ron. This is so hard to do. And, we all copy Howard Stern. So I guess we all have to now do one show. He can't even people of the world. The articles are all saying once a week. That's not true. That doesn't count all the weeks he takes off. So when he feels like he's doing one a week, but then he gets huge blocks of time off on top of it, he might do 30 shows next year. It's over, Johnny. It's not over. It's never.
Dude, it's crazy.
Am I annoying anyone yet? I'm a big fan of annoying people. Am I annoying you yet?
Especially Howard.
Howie.
I know tomorrow's FU Friday.
Yeah.
But today's show was a massive FU to Howard Stern, right? It was like a pre FU Friday.
I said some good things in there about him.
Did you?
A few good things about him.
The only good thing you said about Howard Stern was all the money he makes.
Bro, I got knowledge on that.
By the way,
I work for the same company. I know how they work. Howard Stern runs that place. It was so obvious to me. The big bosses admitted that they had a tough time even meeting with the guy. They just threw him crazy money and sat back and knew he would do his part. The management shouldn't even be working there. They didn't do anything special. They were lucky enough to be the ones that got Howard over there. That's it. That's their careers in a nutshell. Without Howard, Sirius XM, look, I'll tell you the nice stuff now. Without Howard, Sirius XM would have shut down 10 years ago, easily.
Okay, that's fair.
So the management, they were able to get him off of commercial radio, bring him to Sirius, and then they got to just sit back and do nothing else. There's nothing special about upper management over there. Nothing. Ron, I can't. No, I can't. You doing your Burt Reynolds impression, I can't. I'm so tired. I put out a lot of energy today. Guys, the next show will be October 15th. I got to rest now. This is so hard to do. Robin, I'll see you November 1st. I'm tired now from doing one show. Robin fought cancer and got up every day and didn't need to take time off. You idiot. Oh, Ron, too much. I'm tired now. Ron, I'll see you. What day is today? July 15, 16? The next show will be November 7th. Put it on your calendar. But the next Howard Stern show will be November
After
7th.
Labor Day?
I got to
No, wait a
rest
minute.
now. I got to rest. I got to rest like Howard Stern. This is too much. This is too hard. I got to rest now. I got to